Welcome to Swish. Good morning, everybody. As you can see, I am solo today. Natasha has the day off so she can go and participate in all kinds of weekend Halloween things. She's going to see John Waters, I think, tonight. He's speaking at a local theater. So John Waters, of course, is the... How do you describe John Waters? Anyways, look him up. Pretty amazing. So I'm here by myself, and I've picked a color combo that I love and that's super classic, and you can kind of mix and match colors and all that sort of stuff. And yes, shock of shocks, I am wearing a skirt today. Anyways, I'm going to start with this lovely suit. So this is a 1990s, I'm going to say early 90s, late 80s. This is a suit by the German company Mondi, and it is just classic. It's classic in so many ways because it's just got this very, very nice pinstripe to it. This is a skirt suit, so you could wear it just in its, of course, form. But I love this sort of boxy, oversized kind of jacket just worn with jeans or something. Whenever you're buying anything, whether it's vintage or contemporary pieces, you want to make sure that it's going to work with your entire wardrobe. In this case, that's why I've stuck to neutrals, and you'll see that every single thing here goes together. So this Mondi suit measures, I don't think Mondi doesn't exist anymore. This is a 40 bust, 29 waist, and 40 hip for $155. And so it's around an 8-ish, somewhere in there. And then I might as well just show you this other suit since we're on this suit track. This one's got kind of a Chanel-y vibe to it because it's in the in this houndstooth. It's just a classic all the way around. So it's a little bit on the shorter side as opposed to the previous suit. This one is made in England. It's 100% wool. This again is a skirt suit. Look at the great detail on this. I love these enamel buttons. And same thing, layer it all up with a ton of multi-strand pearls. Put a little, rock and roll kind of a AC/DC t-shirt or whatever with this. You could make it really casual, or you could make it really dressy, and again with that Chanel sort of vibe. This is a classic example of size changes with vintage clothing over the last decades. This is an old size 14, so absurd. This measures 36 bust, 27-inch waist, and a 39-inch hip. So, a lot of people say, oh, Marilyn Monroe was a size 14. Well, the size numbers, especially for women's clothes, mean nothing because an old size 14 is now like, 6-ish, again, depending on your measurements. This is $145. Now I'm holding this scarf. This we just got in. We love scarves. This is from a really fabulous vintage lover and Swish friend. I used to work with this woman back in the 80s. We love her. Anyways, so she just brought in some pretty spectacular pieces, and she just came back from Rome and went to that Rome market that I went to and that Natasha went to. So I can't wait to see sort of the treasures that she's found. This one is Ferragamo, hand-rolled silk. Look at that with the bamboo and the tiger. Stunning. This you could wear with any of these pieces too. So this is a large, I'm going to say it's probably 36 inches square, which is that classic. You can do lots with this square shape. $195. I've shown this already. I bought this in Rome at that same market. Funny, just coincidence. I wasn't even thinking about that, but This is Dolce & Gabbana, and it's silk, and it's a tuxedo ruffle blouse. but it's too big for me. And there wasn't an opportunity for me to try it on properly. We got this deluge of a rainstorm when I was there. Anyhow, silk, stunning. It's about a size 10, 12. It was $250, but I'm marking it down 20% off. Or I think it works out to be $195-ish. So give or take. Anyways, look at that. You could just put a little black cami with this. You could put an ivory cami if you don't want to be that bold. And again, you can wear this with a multitude of things. This suit, when I first saw it, I just thought, okay, and then you have to really look at the detail. This reminds me of kind of, it's not the same cut. Hers was a button front, I believe, but this reminds me kind of that Sarah Jessica Parker. You know, she wanted to wear the two-piece 1940s vintage suit to get married in. This came from a woman whose mother got married in 1947, and this is what she wore. I absolutely love this. So here's the skirt. It's an A-line. I mean, could you even? But this top makes me want to weep. This has this beautiful sort of almost a batwing sleeve that you see in the 80s and everything. And, you know, Thierry Mugler and all of the big designers copied this sort of look or were inspired by this sort of look. But this is so beautiful. It's wool. Can you imagine getting married in this just with pearls? It does have a bit of a condition issue in that, look at all of these beautiful buttons that go down the back. The buttons are metal, and so they have a little bit of discoloration underneath. So if you're not too fussy about that sort of thing, it's perfectly wearable. But can you imagine a winter wedding, like even with like a little wool beret or something? Oh, sort of Bonnie and Clyde, but not in like a criminal way. This blouse, love. Oh, I don't think I said anything about this. This is $295, 34, 26, 42, 1947. Here's a beautiful classic. This is Jaeger. Jaeger is just one of those timeless brands and beautiful quality, especially the older pieces. This shirt is 100% wool, and it is just a lovely paisley. This is a size large, and it's $120. Look at that. You could wear that sort of like a shacket, you know, like a shirt jacket. You could layer this. You could put this with either one of those suits would be fantastic. I've actually grabbed a skirt. So this is a velvet maxi skirt, and this is that beautiful velvet that they don't really use much anymore. This is a 36-inch waist and a 46-inch hip, and it's $80. But, you know, velvet just for every day for the winter time is so warm. So it's not only practical, but it's beautiful. And I always say, velvet is one of the most sturdy fabrics. I've always had velvet couches, and it seems a bit decadent, but it's not, especially with children or with dogs. Like cotton velvets, you can literally just scrub the surface of velvet, and it always comes out perfect. Anyways, look at that beauty with this. You know, you could pair these two pieces together. Love it. I'm going to show you two more tops, and then I have to make sure I leave some room for these accessories. This is a wool, it's like boiled wool. This is by the brand Oscar, and this is a vest. So it's a size medium. It's kind of an oversized, you know, fits a lot of sizes. It is $75. It's a really great layering piece. And then this blouse, we've had this blouse for a little while. I just love it. This has got some very delicate sort of patterning in here, like this crisscross kind of, anyways. This is by the French brand Louis Farrow, and Louis Farrow does not exist anymore either. But Louis Farrow is just a really beautiful quality piece from the 80s. This is $98, but I'm going to say it's marked down to $75. Fantastic piece. Okay, are you ready for some accessories? Back in the 80s, I used to work for a store called Holt Renfrew. If you're in the States, it was owned, the American company, Neiman Marcus and Bergdorf Goodman owned Holt Renfrew, and then it got sold in the 80s to a Canadian family, and that became what we all know now as Holt Renfrew. The family that owns Holt Renfrew actually also owns Selfridges in London, which is pretty amazing. Anyways, I remember in the 80s, these bags. So there was lots of these bags, like triangle shape and really unusual shape. We've had this in the store for a while, and it needs to find a new home. This is, the lady actually bought this. She's one of our lovely people who we've got lots of clothes from. She's been to London, over 120 times. It was her favorite city. She bought this one in Harrods. So this is from Harrods. It opens up like this. It does look like a hat box. I showed this before in a video. This is $185, but I am going to say this one is 20% off because it needs a new person to love it. Anyways, I love this bag. I think I showed this one already. Now my mind is, I can't remember. Anyways, this is Louis Vuitton, and this is the Epi leather, and it is called the Passy. So the thing I like about this, I have an older bag that's out of this Epi leather. It's like saddle leather. This is so hardy and so durable. These are a forever bag. I love the shape of this one. This one is a good size. Look at that one. This has got some openness to it, but then there's also a secured zip piece inside just in case you're traveling. And there's a little, clip to keep it closed. This bag is just fantastic. I kept saying earlier that maybe this one is an Angela bag because if it stays in the store any longer, I might have to keep it. But this one is $14.95, and it is just lovely, and it's a really good price for this bag. Last thing I want to show you. These are really great. These are also Angela style shoes. Natasha tried them on too. We love these. These are Chimahara, which are extremely comfortable and lovely shoes. They look like a Gucci or something. They've got this sort of tortoise shell or Bakelite looking buckle on them, and they look like they're alligator, but they're just a pressed, like a stamped leather. Perfect little heel. Look at those. Those are great with jeans, a suit, whatever. You don't need me to tell you what they look good with because they look good with everything. These are a 38.5. So they do fit me. I'm an 8.5. They are $150. They're new in the shop, and Chimaharas are really great shoes. All right. Those are my picks. No Halloween involved. I know that we did a little poll on our Instagram saying Team Angela, Team Natasha. I feel bad being a little bit of a bah humbug with Halloween, but it's just, I appreciate when other people are celebrating and it's all great, but Natasha, that's like her favorite holiday of the year. So yeah, we differ in that way. Anyways, black and cream is kind of Halloween-y. I'm wearing a skirt. Maybe that's a little bit Halloween-y. So thank you so much for watching I wonder how many episodes we've done of Saturday Favorites, because this started during COVID. So we've been doing this for 3 years, and we love it, and we love that you all love it and that you're watching. And wait till you see our new issues of episodes of Dress Stories. They're going to be really exciting. Anyways, I'll stop talking because now I have to do all the editing and all the other stuff because Natasha's not here. So have a wonderful, safe, fabulous Halloween weekend, and we will see you soon.